Hey guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now in today's video, I wanted to jump in and talk about a little bit of some psychology of a trader. This is probably the biggest mistake that I commonly see new traders and new investors make into the stock market. So I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask down below. You know, I love answering questions. So if you have any, feel free to ask. And if you guys want to learn more about trading, check out our school. It's called the Swing Trading Masterclass. We have private live streams, quizzes, lectures, a group chat, but more importantly, we actually teach you to trade. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not alerts or anything like that. It's honest strategies that I've used over the past 7 years. So click that link, sign up, and don't forget to use code MONEY for 51% off. We're only doing it for one spot per day. So if you want to sign up, click that link. I'll see you guys in there. And guys, don't forget to check out our new merch. It's super cool. I just ordered a whole bunch. Should be coming in the next week. So make sure you guys check that out. It's awesome. And let's jump into this. So I wanted to make this video because I commonly see new traders, new investors during times like this where we're seeing so much sell-off and so much volatility. They go, Carter, I've been trading for 6 months and I'm not profitable. I don't know what to do. Guys, trading, first of all, is not easy, and it's not a get rich quick scheme. There is no such thing. I don't care if you watch YouTube videos and TikToks of people saying, oh, you can learn to trade in 30 days. Yeah, you can learn the general idea of trading in 30 days, but there is no way you can be profitable in 30 days. Yes, you can get lucky a couple of times, but I am telling you, in order to make money consistently, you have to have time in the market and education. So the best approach that I would recommend, honestly, is like a 2-year outlook of trading. And what I mean by that is, I wouldn't expect the market to owe you anything unless you've been in it trading, grinding every day for 2 years. If you're not in that realm, if you're year one and you're still grinding, I'm sorry, but you got to look at it like any other job. A doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. Yeah, it takes years of practice, of hard work in order to become a successful, full-time, dedicated trader. I wanted to talk about that because it's so incredibly important, and I stress it time and time again. And that's why having a community around you can really help cut down on that learning curve. So check out our school. It helps, hundreds of traders. If we're almost probably at 1,000 now, which is incredible. So make sure you guys check it out. You guys can get, 51% off by using code MONEY. Code MONEY, 51% off. All right. I wanted to show you guys here a fantastic strategy that works incredibly well for new traders as well. So, all right, this is the play here on ERJ. ERJ is a stock that we recently were in a position with here and we got out today. And I want to show you guys the approach. So this is very, very, common. And this strategy is basic. It's simple. So whether you're a new trader or maybe you already are full-time or making that jump, this is a good strategy to have in your back pocket here. So the first thing here is trends. Trends, in my opinion, are probably one of the most important factors when it comes to should I buy a stock. If a stock's on a downward trend, it definitely incentivizes new beginners and new investors to take the position because you can get in super cheap. Imagine a stock that sold off from $100 all the way to $10. You'd go, well, if I put in $1,000 and this thing hits $100, I'm going to be rich. Well, yeah, but the issue is most of the time it goes to 5 and then 2. And now you're out, a good chunk of change. And you're like, well, if I would have just invested in a stock on an upward trend, I probably would be making money. So with EJR here, this is the first thing I look for is upward trend. And that's what we've seen, $12 to $60 in about a year span. After that here, I look for support. Now, support could be a variety of things. It could be a certain price. It could be a certain moving average line, just like this here, that 200-day where it hit it and we had good buying pressure. It also could be a trend, which a trend line is something like this. What we want is a minimum of 3 touches of buying pressure to establish support. So it hits it once, buying pressure, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So each and every time it hits that red line, we have natural tendencies of seeing buying pressure. So now here, the next thing we look for is the RSI. At the time, the RSI was trading for about a 23, which is down in here. So you guys can see the last time I was trading for a 23, it was back in this range where we saw good buying pressure, right back in there. And even there, it was right near and around that 200-day moving average line. Okay, so now here, let's go ahead and look at the next thing. So a lot of new traders would go, oh my gosh, okay, let's jump into this position. Well, no, we want to look at some sort of lower time frame, whether it's the hourly, the 2 hourly. You just want to look to see if you can find some sort of trend line. And that's exactly what we saw here with this. You guys can see where it was hitting this trend right here several times, and it was just getting a lot of natural tendencies of getting resistance. So hit it, sell off, hit it, sell off, right? And even if we went to the 1 hour, because that's mostly what I use is the 1 hour, you guys can see here just this general downward trend where it would hit it, sell off, hit it, sell off here. So now here, what you do is you try to look for a new trend. And that's what we kind of saw here. The stock pop up above here. And this was our entry point, right? Right above that trend was the best ideal spot. Now, the thought process I had behind this was very, very simple, was entering on that push up, keeping our stop loss below that trend line for a possible move up to resistance up at 56. So the risk and reward was like 8-1. And with these types of trades, honestly, you could be wrong almost 10 times and still make money off them. So now here what happened was a little bit of a breakdown in the trend line. And so this is where we got out. So entry point, stock popped up. Now, one of the things that I looked at here this morning was the breakdown of this. 200-day moving average line. This was our stop loss near and around the 43.60 mark. So as the stock popped below that, that's where we just got out of this trade. Now, percentage wise, we only made, I would say, let's go ahead and we can actually see. So entry point near and around 42.25 up here. So it was about a 3% return in about 3 days. So a lot of new traders would go, oh my gosh, I am never going to make money off this. If you're happy over 3%, you should not trade. Well, no, I know the game. If you make 3% per month, you're in the top 5% of all traders in the world. So yes, that small move, that small breakout, and honestly, the only main reason I sold out of this trade was just because of all the announcements with tariffs and volatility, and I just wanted to get out on a clean slate. And this is why most of the time, actually, in the past couple of weeks, I've been getting in and out of trades and actually day trading, just because I'm incredibly nervous to hold a position overnight because the risk tolerance is higher just due to market volatility. So that's kind of the approach now, is just getting in and out of positions, max holding it for a couple of days, taking profit, and just moving on to other opportunity. And that's all you can do, for trading. Now, you also can average in on like ETFs and blue chip stocks, which I'm doing as well for those of you that know and that are following the channel. So that's kind of the strategy. So guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask down below. Make sure you guys like, follow, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care.